Hello everyone, my name is Manuel Cruz and welcome to second unit of the first chapter of Essentials of Sound Design for Games. In this unit, we will talk about the synchronization between sound and image in animatic, the use of analog and digital technology, and the importance of a storyboard and animatic in a video game. The process of creating sound design for video game begins with the beginning of video game creation itself. This is the most correct way, more objective, and that works best for the complete work on mix between sound and image. Right from the beginning, there should be a dialogue between the sound team and programmers because the sound are created from the image and the videographic dynamics. The acoustic monitoring technique allows us to transmit video game history in the best way, taking advantage of the best attributes and potential of sound and image. The dialogue and the exchange of ideas between programmers and sound designers allows a better use of the whole project and begins immediately after the argument is written. Sometimes certain plans or specific sounds are already described in the case of writing video game. The first phase of the creation of synchronized sound with the picture takes place through the animatic. The animatic already have plans that are used. At this stage, already creates the sound as it will be, yet even before the video game be finalized. In the end, the inclusion of specific follies needs matching with the movement of the image of animatic. In animatic, the synchronization of sound design is made according to the times of each plan and then more specifically according to each movement of each animation in the image. Mainly in the synchronization of follies, it is necessary to go to milliseconds so that the sound is exactly synchronized to the movement that is happening in the picture. In the creation of sound design, it is important to understand the difference between analog and digital sounds. There are several advantages of using analog or digital technology. For a long time, it took sound processing through analog signals where the sound was represented by electric signs that were directly proportional to acoustic signals. With time and new technologies, it came the digital sound. In digital technology, to process things differently than analog, the signal sent is constantly measured. Measurements are made in binary, and finally the signal is completely reconstituted. At this time, I want you to stop and think a little on this question. What are the advantages of digital sound compared to analog sound? With digital, new forms of sound treatment started being developed, initially by MIDI sequencers and later by DAW. The DAW are widely used in sound due to their versatile. They allow recording tracks simultaneously functions as MIDI sequencers and audio using effects, making the control of each track as if we had a mix ahead, and many other attributes that make these programs an essential tool for anyone working with sound. Some of the most used software for production, editing, mixing and some post-production are Nuendo and Pro Tools. For musical creation, it's used Ableton Live and Properhead Reason. In sound design for a video game, the storyboard is something that helps from the start to imagine what kind of sounds can be created. However, this is just the beginnings of what is necessary to develop for all the work. To carrying out a complete sound project for a video game, an important element to create a more specific sound design is the storyboard. The storyboard is a set of sequence drawings which feature a flag projection, objects, characters and spaces that will be made of the video game. Through the timings and visualization scenes to a design format that consists of the storyboard become more concrete ideas that can be used in sound design. After the argument is written, the graphical design team makes color studies, texture, character and objects to use. These elements are also important to the process of sound design. The types of all objects that will be present in the video game animation are a very important help to make it right from the beginning is collected sound material for sound design. The sound through an animation should start to begin created at the root of the project, following the arguments. In this picture, we can see an example of a possible storyboard for the scene of a video game. Consisting of drawings made by hand or computer, the storyboard has essential plans for every action as well as some of the elements. Through this, it creates a sound design for the whole animatic that comes from storyboard, a sound line that you can follow in making the sound to the end of video game plans. While it made a sketch from what is to become the soundtrack, a whole sound line follows, environments, sound effects and vocalizations can begin to be written, developed and built in parallel to the construction of the image, and video game either already made the sound construction of the whole story. In this image you can see an example of how the sound line is built for an animatic with Nuendo. In the next unit we will talk about the production of sound design. See you there.